I've just proceeded to jet rod the entire drain for the sewer line through to the septic tank. I jetted the drain via the inspection junction, which is adjacent to the ensuite toilet, and I'm now proceeding with the camera inspection. Okay, so the drain's still holding water at this point. I had worked the jet rod right through to the septic tank, which is approximately 50 metres away, and it did work its way out the other end. We're still holding water here, so I will proceed to jet rod again, and then we'll hopefully get this drain clear enough to see what's going on. Okay, so I proceeded to jet rod through the drain again. We seem to be working all the way to the septic tank, approximately 50 metres away, and we're clearing through that section, but we're still holding water at this point. What is interesting with this drain is I worked through earlier, and as we come up to around 10 metres, we come up actually almost completely out of the water. Keep pushing forward. And then we start going under again. So I'll just work my way back. So as we can see, at approximately 10.73 metres, there is minimal water actually sitting in the drain, as opposed to when we first enter the drain and work our way through. It appears to be backfalling from this point through to the ensuite toilet at the left front of the home. Okay, I was just checking this location. As we can see now, the drain's actually completely emptied at this point at 10.73 metres, where the drain runs actually, it runs across the left side of the home. Initially it runs out to 5 metres to the left of the home, at the edge of the pad, at the edge of the courtyard area, and it's at 10.73 metres. We're approximately 3 metres toward the rear of the property from the hot water system. Now I'm just going to work back and we'll just have a look and see. Yeah, so that is correct. We do start going underwater at that point. So we've got backfall in the drain to 10.73 metres. Okay, and then we start going underwater again. Perhaps rather than maybe that's a high point, it's very hard to say. It was only 20 centimetres deep, which also was very interesting. That's a very shallow section of drain. Okay, yeah, so we've dipped and gone underwater again. And again, we're kind of coming up and out and transitioning underwater as we go along. I'll just continue to work through. Okay, still underwater here. Okay, and I'm unable to work past this point at 31.05 metres. I've just located this point and I'm a couple of metres downstream of the rear dwelling area toilet. So I'm actually going to proceed to maybe jet rod and camera from that point and see if I'll have better luck. If there is still a blockage, then hopefully I can clear it from that point, and then we can investigate further. So I've jet rodded and worked the drain through from the rear inspection junction, which is adjacent to the rear dwelling toilet. I've worked through, and I've also worked the camera through as well to the septic tank, just so that I can get an understanding of where we're at. We are holding water at this point, and the line does appear to dip and sag in different sections, up to 33 metres where I'm at. Okay, so from 33.02 metres, we're underwater. Now this is the first visible junction that I've seen. I can see some calcification build up here in the drain as well, which is probably more pronounced because it's formed due to the areas where sagging has occurred. That would have produced these glass-like shards, which, as I say, would be a build-up of calcified waste, etc. So this is the first visible junction that I've seen at 33.6 metres. The junction itself appears okay. Right, so we also seem to be coming out of the sagging section of drain at this point also. We'll just work around this junction. And we'll see where this leads. Now, the lines on the pipe and the level of water, the pipe does appear to be falling reasonably well here. As we can see, it's falling well. The lines do indicate that there is possibly some water that does hold in the strain, but it doesn't look all that prevalent. So I think from that junction, the drain may actually be okay. Again, we've got a bit of calcification build up in the drain here at this point. Okay, so we're at 37.75 metres here at this point, and so far the drain appears all okay. From that first visible junction, that is, the drain doesn't appear too bad. There is a little bit of calcification build up which will hopefully just wash away, but it does appear to be flowing reasonably well from that junction. Okay, at 37.74 metres, I can't push any further from this point. We're at the rear of the home, basically near the left rear corner, and about a metre toward the rear of the property from the rear of the home. I'll proceed with the camera through the other inspection junction at the left side for the rear dwelling. Okay, so we're at 10.71 metres, which is about, I believe, where the camera, that was as far as I could go with the camera at 33.7 or 37.7 metres. So I'll continue to work through from here. Okay, so we do have some build-up of calcification, which should hopefully, it's been loosened up and it's working through with the camera. Actually, I'll just pause and just push this right through to the tank. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of build up there. Now I believe that may be the septic tank inlet. We're going underwater at this point, but I'll just push through. Yeah, septic tank inlet is there. Okay, actually I'll just note that septic tank inlet at 22.4 metres. Okay, yeah, so there's a slight misalignment at the septic tank connection. And we've got some backfall. As we can see there, the drain's holding water. We've just pushed some more sediment, etc. into the tank. And as we can see, the drain's holding water. Yeah. I would say to around 19 metres.